每天练习英文5分钟，流利英文交谈不是梦。
Now, let's get started. Today, let's talk about Tom Cruise's first Oscar. Tom Cruise's first ever Academy Award after a 40-year career. Despite 4 previous nominations, Tom Cruise had never won a competitive Oscar before this moment. Before we dive into the topic, a quick heads up. If you enjoy this, definitely like, subscribe, and share it around. Now, let's go! Hey Ben, did you see the news? Tom Cruise finally has an Oscar from the Governor's Awards.
Yes, the honorary Oscar at the 2025 Governor's Awards, right? About time they gave it to him.
Seriously, after more than 40 years of doing crazy stunts and carrying blockbusters, he finally got to hold his own Oscar on that stage.
And he's in his early 60s now, still hanging off planes and running like his life depends on it. That clip montage they showed from Taps all the way to the latest Mission Impossible looked amazing.
I loved that moment when he said, "Making movies is not what I do, it's who I am." You could see he was trying not to cry.
The whole room gave him that long-standing ovation. It felt like everyone was thinking, finally.
For us, too, we've basically grown up with him. My first Tom Cruise movie was Top Gun on an old DVD that my cousin had.
Mine was Mission Impossible 2 on TV. I was way too young, but I remember that motorcycle chase like it was the coolest thing ever.
And then suddenly, he was everywhere. Jerry Maguire, Minority Report, The Last Samurai, Edge of Tomorrow. It's like each phase of life had a different Tom Cruise movie.
What makes this Oscar feel so satisfying is that he'd been nominated so many times, but never actually won before. Actor for Born on the 4th of July, Jerry Maguire, Magnolia, and as a producer for Top Gun Maverick, all just nominations.
Yeah, 4 nominations and still no competitive win, which always felt unfair because he consistently gave such intense performances.
At least now, he's officially Academy Award-winning Tom Cruise, even if it's honorary. It's like recognition for the whole body of work.
And it's not just the acting. He practically kept the big screen blockbuster experience alive, especially with Top Gun, Maverick bringing people back to theaters after the pandemic.
He's one of the biggest champions of watching movies in an actual cinema instead of just streaming at home.
Do you remember the first time you saw a Tom Cruise movie in a theater?
Yeah, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. That Burj Khalifa climb made my palms sweat. I walked out thinking, who does that with no fear?
For me, it was War of the Worlds. I went with my dad, and he kept whispering, "He runs in every movie." That became my family joke. Tom Cruise running means it's getting serious.
The running is iconic now. Long corridor, Tom Cruise will sprint through it.
What's your favorite Tom Cruise performance? Not just favorite movie.
Probably Magnolia. He was so intense and vulnerable by the end, it was the first time I realized he could go beyond the action hero thing.
Good choice. For me, it's Jerry Maguire. He's funny, stressed, charming, and kind of broken all at once. I still quote, "Show me the money," sometimes.
And then you look at his action work, like Edge of Tomorrow and the recent Mission Impossible films, and it's like he reinvented himself as the king of practical stunts.
That's why the Governor's Award fits him. It's for lifetime achievement, and his career really spans everything. Drama, romance, sci-fi, action, even comedy like Tropic Thunder.
And at that ceremony, he shared the spotlight with Debbie Allen and Wynn Thomas. Plus, Dolly Parton got the Humanitarian Award. That's a pretty legendary group.
I like that he still talks about supporting new voices and protecting what makes cinema powerful. He sounds like he actually cares about the next generation of filmmakers, not just his own roles.
Also, Alejandro González Iñárritu presenting the award was cool. They've been working together on that upcoming film set for 2026, so maybe he'll still chase a competitive Oscar the old-fashioned way.
Imagine Tom Cruise finally winning a competitive Best Actor Oscar in his mid-60s after all this. That would be such a full-circle moment.
He's already had such a huge impact even without that. This honorary one just makes the history books match what audiences already felt.
Exactly. Fans have been treating him like a legend for years. The Oscar just makes it official.
I also love how at the Governor's Awards, the vibe is a bit more relaxed, not like the super tense televised Oscars night. It felt like a room full of people who genuinely respect him.
And all those current Oscar hopefuls sitting there, probably thinking, this is what a real movie star looks like.
It's wild to think he started in the early 80s, and now we're still excited to see his name on a poster. That's real longevity.
And we've basically grown alongside his movies. Childhood was Top Gun and Risky Business. Teenage years had Mission Impossible and Minority Report. And adulthood is all these big new Mission and Top Gun chapters.
No wonder we're so happy for him. It almost feels personal, like someone we grew up with finally got the big award.
If you had to recommend just 3 Tom Cruise movies to someone younger who doesn't really know him, what would you pick?
For drama, Jerry Maguire. For classic Cruise, the original Top Gun. For modern action, Mission Impossible, Fallout, or the most recent one. That shows his range pretty well.
Nice lineup. I'd go with Top Gun, Maverick to show his staying power, Magnolia to prove he can really act, and Edge of Tomorrow because it's such a smart, fun sci-fi action movie.
Agreed. He absolutely earned that honorary Oscar at the 2025 Governor's Awards, no question.
Useful phrases to memorize. Did you see the news? Meaning, a casual way to ask if someone is aware of something recent and important, often from TV, online media, or social media. Usage. Use at the start of a conversation to introduce a new topic, especially current events, celebrity news, or big announcements. Full sentence. Did you see the news? Tom Cruise finally has an Oscar from the Governor's Awards? About time they gave it to him. Meaning, this shows you think something should have happened much earlier and is long overdue. Usage. Use when someone finally receives recognition, a promotion, an award, or any result you think they deserved years ago. Full sentence. Yes! The honorary Oscar at the 2025 Governor's Awards, right? About time they gave it to him. Long-standing ovation. Meaning, a standing ovation is when an audience stands up and claps to show strong respect and admiration. Usage. Use when describing performances, awards, or moments where someone is greatly appreciated by a crowd. Full sentence. The whole room gave him that long-standing ovation. It felt like everyone was thinking, finally. Grown up with. Meaning, means someone or something has been part of your life since childhood and through many years. Usage. Use about long-term celebrities, franchises, shows, or brands that have been around since you were a kid. Full sentence. For us, too. We've basically grown up with him. My first Tom Cruise movie was Top Gun on an old DVD that my cousin had. the whole body of work. Means someone is being honored not for one single thing, but for everything they have done over time. Usage. Use when talking about lifetime awards, tributes, or careers that are respected as a whole. Full sentence. At least now he's officially Academy Award-winning Tom Cruise, even if it's honorary. It's like recognition for the whole body of work. Kept the big screen blockbuster experience alive. Meaning, suggests that his actions were a major reason something important did not disappear or fail. Usage. Use in a slightly dramatic but positive way when someone plays a huge role in maintaining a tradition, trend, or industry. Full sentence. And it's not just the acting. He practically kept the big screen blockbuster experience alive, especially with Top Gun, Maverick bringing people back to theaters after the pandemic. Do you remember? Meaning, invites the other person to share a specific memory, often nostalgic. Usage. Great conversation starter when talking about movies, concerts, trips, childhood experiences, etc. Full sentence. Do you remember the first time you saw a Tom Cruise movie in a theater? What's your favorite? Meaning, asks for a more thoughtful opinion, focusing on acting, not only the film overall. Usage. Use when you want a deeper answer about quality performance, writing, direction, not just popularity. Full sentence. What's your favorite Tom Cruise performance? Not just favorite movie. No wonder. Means, it's not surprising that, and then gives a reason. Usage. Use when explaining why a reaction, happiness, anger, worry, is completely understandable. Full sentence. No wonder we're so happy for him. It almost feels personal, like someone we grew up with finally got the big award. Great work! You crushed it. What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie? Let me know in the comments. Let's keep that momentum going by focusing on mastering just a couple of phrases a day. It's those small wins that build true fluency over time. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. See you next time.